Warhol began making movies in 1963. His first movies were simple but startling studies of everyday life. A 5.5-hour film of a man sleeping, an 8-hour shot of the Empire State Building. He once said that he liked the fact that a viewer could leave the theater, go get a cup of coffee, return, and the film would still be there. Kind of like a painting hanging on the wall. The success of these first films, or at least the critical uproar they aroused, led Andy to venture into narrative sound films. One of his early stars was Ondine. Another was the beautiful young socialite Edie Sedgwick. Edie became one of Andy's first great superstars. In 1965, Andy made a series of films of Edie just being herself, getting up in the morning, doing her hair, talking on the phone. This method of non-acting became a trademark of Warhol's film style.
And they're real selves by just taking the close-up shots. But you don't want to do that again. So how are you going to do it?
One afternoon at the factory, Andy and Edie Sedgwick discussed plans for the next day's filming.
But how can you fit in, like you can fit in Ondine and Don Don, maybe? But when it gets to be more than that, they'll lose their real... I mean, what is your concern? Just a nothing?
No, but...
Like just a bunch of people? Who cares?
No, I don't mean that.
Do you want the people? You have fabulous people there. Do you want to take advantage of?
Well, then we can't have Donald and Edie then tomorrow.
Oh, yes, you can. You have 3 reels.
But then you can't, like...
They could...
Then it's like 3 different movies, they'll be coming in each reel.
That isn't the point. The point is, what are you going to make of it on film?
Well, I was gonna just have
I mean, what might happen is 1,000 possibilities.
Just work with you and at the beginning, and then
oh, you mean
won't
you'll
even pay any attention to Donald at all.
And Donald will be there, and then you change.
I think it will work.
But then how are you going to fit in Don Don and Edie? You want them all there.
Yeah. Well, they could be out of the. They won't be in the picture then. They could always be on the other side of the room.
I suppose the best thing to do in this case is then to have it with Don Don and. You'll stop.
I wasn't going to put them in the picture anyway.
Oh, you weren't?
No,
oh, I didn't know.
I was going to just photograph you and Ondine. I was going to leave them off. I was just going to, like put them in the corner, and they weren't going to be in anyway. And then when.
Oh, I thought you were putting everyone in, because then you have to be much more careful with how you use the camera. I mean, the more people, the more difficult to get.
Well, I was going to just zoom and do all sorts of things, It was going to be different.
Oh, this is the block. Oh, I see.
Oh, I hope it's open.
Here, they get into a car and drive to a cafeteria to continue their discussion.
It might be open anyway. Should I go inside?
Yeah.
It's open.
Oh,
okay.
We'll park.
Well, get a table. Go ahead.
Get a table, we'll park.
Why don't you get...
It's cafeteria.
Oh.
Okay.
Watch out.
What a beautiful building.
Am I going to hit it?
If you go back a little more, you're all right. You're all right now. You're on the curve.
If you can brake very heavily. All right, you better go out again and wheel it in. And...
Okay.
Yeah, now it's fine. Fabulous.
The bread and wine really looks the best. Oh, can you pour all this?
I mean, like it'll take an hour and a half or 3 hours.
Oh, Edie, I went through this with Chuck before. We never start on time anyway.
Went over with
I know, but we never start on time anyway.
Well, that's why we say...
I mean, we say it, but we just don't, Edie.
Well, then we should say 11 then, if we need to start 1.
That means you have to get up at 8.
Okay, I can get up at 8. I didn't say I couldn't.
Ondine's promised her he'd come at
Ondine's
10:30, so we can be there at 10:30. So she has a full hour and a half before any of us get there to get up. That'd be nice.
Then there won't be the scene about Ondine doing the opera bit with me.
You will. Oh, yes. Yes. We can do Othello and Donald.
It's one he already explained to me. When I sat there just practically crying and shaking my
The
shoulder.
Othello's much better opera for.
There are a few places we can.
Can you ask him for gravy?
Oh, you want?
I really need.
Could I have some gravy on here? Can I have some gravy on my noodles? Yeah. No, just down there.